Viva Brasilia!
To our 45th attempt at episode 2.
This is not easy.
Yo.
I thought it was easy, like you wake up and we sit here and we discuss and
No.
We're supposed to be on episode 6 by now.
Yes, we're supposed to be shooting episode 6 or 7 by now, but this is our third attempt at episode 2. Right.
But 3 is recorded.
Yes, 3 is done, thank goodness. 3 is done, but episode 2 keeps tripping us. And you'll find out why. It keeps tripping us quite a lot. So welcome to episode 2. We are broadcasting, recording actually live from the Premier Hotel in Bloemfontein, City of Roses. Today is the 19th of March. Happy birthday to my sister and happy birthday to Stone Candy.
Oh yeah. They share the date.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tebogo Kotsi.
And I'm Laila, Nnyane.
And this is our second attempt at episode 2.
And we are your hosts.
No, third attempt. So,
Third attempt. Kind of what happened with the first one? We messed up the recording, the camera quality.
Yeah,
the second one, the guest. Woo!
Oh yeah, the guest.
The guest dragged.
She was 19 years old and dated a 39-year-old.
Oh my word!
Who ended up becoming the baby daddy. And then the story took forever.
Yeah,
And you only see snippets of it.
I know. No.
And then the baby daddy drives a black car. And he's dark in complexion. Yeah, the stories we hear, my friend.
So today's episode, it's a bit of, I think it's a mashup of all our experiences and the things we've seen in our industry, but most importantly, the young talent in where our industry is going.
True.
We like to call them Ama2000 and the things that we've seen them do. And we're also going to touch on our own experiences with what I've been going through as well, personally trying to find the next thing in our industry. And my best friend over here is going to also spill some stories of things we've seen with our own 2 eyes, Jenna.
Snippets from my book.
Guys, my wife for a tender, that's the book. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I nearly revealed something. I remember what we spoke about when we were driving. And the other day when you were exposing me, I was driving that one for Twitter and guys, I'm trying to be a good citizen.
Yeah, no, my friend has been a naughty speedster for quite a long time.
So I'm a reformed, proud citizen who drives car 120 from here to Harip and back.
You're such a driver. Tell me something. If in another life you were this big-bellied blesser on a lenchelete to waste, would you bless a woman with a car?
Big bellied.
Sorry.
Bless
her. Would you
Father
bless
Christmas.
them? Yes. Would you bless them with a car?
I think it's the excitement of. I think I would.
Okay.
I would for the sake of convenience.
What do you say about these men that bless their side chicks with their wives' cars?
Those are just idiots. You don't do crap like that, gents. You don't take your wife's car and you give it to somebody else.
No, but there are men that do that.
You know, I would go as far as I would respect my wife's car to that extent that I would never even put a little twinkie.
Can you imagine what the poor wife feels like?
Exactly.
The disrespect.
Now I'm.
The disrespect.
And I was that hot chick.
No.
No.
Which one?
The one that everybody's.
Mihlali. What happened to Mihlali?
Mihlali, apparently there were stories that she was gifted to the Range Rover, if I'm correct, from what I read. And then there was a court issue going on and on and on. So now the Range Rover has to be returned to the wife, not the ex-wife of the current husband to Mihlali.
Because apparently, actually,
they're not divorced.
Yeah, she fell in love with a guy by the name of Leroy, if I'm not mistaken.
Married,
yes. Yeah. So I'm guessing the Leroy guy gifted the wife's car to Mihlali. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then apparently now it has to go back. And you know what's another shocking part? This is, and guys, Mamelang, I remember this part. Edwin Sodi. Mr.
The exposer, the one that exposes their files.
Asbestos. No.
Oh, sharp.
The guy
there's another one.
Yeah, yes. Sharp. Edwin Sodi apparently is married. Now, he's been going after celebrity wives. If you can recall, there was a Kidiboni Mabote, the last one before the Hawk City field. Kidiboni was in the picture. Apparently, he gave Kidiboni a Porsche, something like that. And then before that, there was...
Kidiboni or Kifilu? Wait, what?
Kifilu. I don't know. I hope like that.
I'm trying to remember as well.
The top slave queen.
That one.
Yeah. And then there was, what do you call that other one? Ex-wife Pro. the idol guy.
Yeah, I see. He's on Metro now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on Metro now.
Kind of who's the ex-wife, but I see.
forgot her name.
I kind of see.
So
what you're talking about.
apparently he took the ex-wife to Dubai. So what I've
Wait,
picked
isn't
up-
he married to somebody else now? This is so confusing.
what I've picked up is that money will get you anything you
Yes.
want.
Yes.
So that's why you find Mr. Big Belly, big cars, they're getting anything. I mean, like if you've got money, they say automatically you have power. But now, what do? You target these vulnerable,
Yes, you do.
innocent.
Yeah, you go after them.
cute,
You find
A
what.
cup size.
Yes, you find their weak point, and then you exploit that weak point. And some are very patient, eh? Some even bide their time.
Yeah, I mean, like you'll find guys who would go as far as they would literally invest money into getting a girl.
Yes, they do.
They would rather send her money,
Yes.
or they will buy stuff for. I
Yes.
know a guy in Joburg. He
Mhm.
once bought the roses. I think 20,000 roses.
Yeah. No. What
And
they do?
deliver to a
What do
girl.
they do? It's very simple, ne? They start gifting you over time, and they don't ask for anything. It's basically called taking down your defenses.
Mm.
Look, nowadays, Banaba today, they know the dangers. They know that you're not supposed to go somewhere with a stranger. You know the basic dangers, right? But one of the other dangers is that what these guys do, Skalabala, some of these guys are predators. They've been doing this for a very long time. They basically watch you and suss you. And they bide their time and they come in very quietly and they do things for you without them, so that you never suspect them, you never see them coming, and you never actually do anything because you're like, it's basically like how most people end up in abusive relationships. Have you seen these abusive men? They come as if they are good and they are true and they are. Bear in mind, this is a
They
married
creep
man.
up like a leopard.
Yeah,
These
this is a married man. This is a man who has a family, who has a wife, who has kids, who has a life, ne? But he still has the time to go out planele and creep up on you. And they start slowly. They give you something, study until they get you where they want you, and then they go in for the kill. This is what they do. And then over time you get comfortable and you relax and you end up being their prisoner. Matak, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
You've seen this.
Let's take it back a
Yeah.
bit. During our time,
Okay.
the millennium time.
Okay.
Remember our peers, we used to basically live the same life as these kids are living.
Yes, we did.
But ours was quite different.
How so?
In a sense, you would find guys luring girls, komonate,
Mm-hmm.
free tickets, VIP type of a vibe. I remember these two duos, these DJs that used to drive this microbus, Babapaka Street corner there. And this one time when I was there, it was around 2009. And they were parked there, and then there was porn playing in the background.
Okay.
So I was thinking, so you are luring these girls just only to sleep with them.
Yes.
And back then it was mostly to say, I buy her drinks, I take her to a gig, I sleep with her, I let her go.
Yes.
Okay, my farmer Vosa 500.
Yes.
And that's it. But nowadays, it's different.
Yes.
Guys are investing into these girls.
Yes.
But when they break up, they kill these girls.
Yes, they do. It's a look. Let me give you an example of my career. Ne? I'm a female in the entertainment industry here in the Free State, and I know I always say our industry, but according to me, I don't think we have an industry. We still have a
I
long
said that
way.
and I apparently offended people.
No, it's fine. We don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna join you on that. We have a long way to go because if we had an industry, ne, most of our talent would not need to leave here.
True.
And most of our talent would be superstars if we had an industry here. That's
That's
why I say
100%.
we don't have an industry here. So what I've been experiencing in the last 15 years is because I believe in women. I love women. I love seeing women win. I love seeing women rise, And some people at some point call me the Bonang of the Free State because I done so well for myself in this industry of ours.
Remember when you killed that MC in Job, you have said Bonang was there, and she was like, what?
Who is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, So what I've been trying to do, ne, because I love training and developing young women, I've been trying to find other women to elevate and get them to superstardom, to get them to Bonang level. This has been a dream for me. I've been dreaming of this for the longest time. And I've had heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak for 15 years, where I find a girl, I start grooming her, I start training her, I start developing her, and then I lose her.
Situations.
In some situations, I've lost her where, for example, one of my first PAs, she's now doing very well for herself. She's in London and she's living. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying all my stories are bad. Do you get? But the ones I truly believed would get to the Bonang status, they crushed my heart. They ripped my heart out, I'm not gonna lie. Because I really saw the potential in them. So what happens is that, they get that attention and a lot of people see them. And it's like there's a convoluted plan to go take them down. Like, it's disturbing. I've lost so many girls that could have been superstars. But like, there was even one who ended up in a sex video. That I'm still traumatized by that. Do you get? Yes, you know her. You don't look at me like that. You know her. So there's been multiple incidences where I've groomed these girls. These men see them and they target them and they go after them and they destroy them and their careers don't go anywhere. I've had this traumatic experience so many times. I am done. My heart.
But you know what's said? You know what's said? These men, they look at these girls and they look at the situation. And these girls, life is a two-way street. It's either you choose the shorter side or the longer side. The longer side, obvious. Like we do. The shorter side, things comes in quick. Ne? I've noticed with the younger generation is that it's all about time. They want to get there quick. They want to achieve. They want the Instagram life. They want the celebrity. I want to live this good life. They want a soft life, basically. And what they do, these men with money, like you say, they sit and they target you.
No, they don't.
The saddest thing is that they don't invest in these girls.
No, they don't.
Because now, a beautiful girl in his life.
Yep.
Like, he starts drooling at night. He
Yep.
he
cannot believe it, yeah.
Yes,
You know? Yeah.
and what do?
They tell their friends.
Then they start blocking these girls.
Yes,
And
everything.
they kill them.
Yes, they do.
Like, I've seen so many girls, like you've been mentioning.
Yep.
Girls that have so much potential,
Yeah.
that we've been grooming,
Yeah.
that we've been telling to say,
Yeah.
you can go this far, you can
Yeah.
do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the minute they get into that space, and then she's saying, I'm getting into it temporarily.
Maybe they're walking into a trap. Oh, this has happened to me so many times. Oh.
She's stuck.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, like, look what happened to my ex. I'm going to touch on my ex. Chapter 3.
Oh, dear God. My wife will attend chapter 3. That's what he's saying.
Hey, I'm trying to recall so that she doesn't see. So basically what she said to me, I remember we were having a conversation one day, telephonically, and she's like, but when you chose to live, you chose the long route. Now I want the quickest route.
Yes.
And I said to her, if you want the quickest route, you're not destined to be with me. So you make your decision where you want to go. She chose the life that she chose to say, I'm going to be stuck with this man. Now this man is pimping her to guys by the supply chain.
Oh my God.
So basically, there was one situation where she had to sleep with one of the top executives for a certain contract. Today she lives in a nice double-story house.
So she sold her body for a double-story house.
But you know what's the saddest thing? She had to continue with that life to maintain that life.
Yes.
One day I remember, and she'll recall the situation. And then I saw her crying. And then I called her to say, why are you crying? And she was like, nah, man, it's just a lot. And I'm like, it's the life you chose.
Yes.
For you to be driving that beautiful car,
you chose
now
it.
you need to bear with it because this is what I've heard. Now, accidentally, there was a person that she was having a deal with, similar to what happened with the top executive. This guy happened to just blurb the story. He was bragging to the guys to say,
Yep, that's what
not
they do.
knowing her, I know the person. And I'm saying to her, but dog, it's not nice when you hear people discussing your pubic hair in public.
Yep.
And knowing that for you to drive that car, this is
what you had to do. Yeah.
And I don't know how you and your husband look at each other.
Dude.
But it's a simple mutual agreement. We cannot judge. It's the
True.
decision that they took. It's the same thing when they take that decision to say, now I'm going to sleep with this man for 6-pack of Savannah,
Yes.
or I'm going to sleep with him because he bought me a champagne,
Yeah.
or he's going to give me 1.5 or 10,000.
You know, it's one of the reasons I decided to just give up. I'm giving up.
No, I don't blame you.
No. I'm giving up. Look, I'm done with my heart getting broken over and over. I'm gonna go do it myself. If they ever, cause you know, before we started the show, I asked everyone here, please give me one girl besides Mapaseka. And Mapaseka, I don't count it because she wasn't even here long. She finished her high school and then she moved to Joburg and did good things for herself. She didn't stick around.
I think the people who actually started messing up this situations, people Paris healthy.
Oh dear God.
No,
I get you.
Paris decided to go nude
I get you. All right.
and do stuff. Then after Paris came, Kim Kardashian. Now, what it shows you that we're following the American trend.
Yes, we always have been.
We always have been. Now, after Kim Kardashian, Ray, what,
The sex video.
then came that girl, that hot girl.
There's been so many.
You guys
Whatever
remember
happened
Pulani?
to Pulani? Yo, what about exposure? That's why the Poppy Act came into
She
action.
posted her picture. Purposely.
Oh.
Our iPhone 5 is stuck out there. The quality was better. Then Pulani went on a mirror and took a nude of herself.
Ay, she
God
looked
damn it,
incredible.
she looked
Yo!
good.
Yo,
Like
that
you could
woman's
see
body.
everything.
Yo.
And she shaved. Like she was clean. Bona. Even if you Google Pulani, no. You still get that image of Pulani. Like, I remember Pulani made people go gaga gugu. Then Pulani blew up.
Is Pulani still alive? I hope
She is.
Okay.
She's still alive.
All right.
The last time I checked, she was into the media industry and all that.
Okay.
Then after Pulani, then came Faith. Wanaka Velko. Slap.
So what are you saying? Are you saying now the way to go is to be ratchet, is to be vile?
That's what they
it's to
believe
be-
in.
Yes, that's what you basically.
Because right now,
Sell your soul.
They sell their soul.
They don't have a soul.
Right now, if you go on Instagram has become the working pages stand, the yellow pages upon.
Hectic.
Because right now, if you don't flash, you don't get the likes. But the minute we see a little nipple in Yana sticking out somewhere, that 3,000 like to 15,000. That's why you see the likes of Kibo man to say Bodoromunki. They flashing. These Facebook people. No, Instagram people. You go on Instagram midnight.
Oh, you know what time to go.
My friend. Yes. You seeing people that you never saw half naked and fully naked. People are even having sex on Instagram.
So there's no hope for us. Because I was asking you,
it's becoming worse.
No, I'm saying name a female from here that has done well. Like Ustatilemo and didn't get targeted and everybody elevated her and she had a great career and she's doing well for herself. Please name one.
Sure, Free State.
Free State. You know, I feel like I'm cursed, ne? I feel
So
like
who's dancing.
I feel like Iloilu. That's why I didn't touch her. That's why someone touched Liska and all these other. I feel like Iloilu.
I'm gonna invest my little 2 cents into Tebogo.
No, she's doing great.
I can see what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm super proud
and
of her.
She's getting the attention. Tebogo in the next 2 years she's gonna be big.
Yes. She already is. For me, she already is.
And I'm glad Tebogo you ran away from the big monsters.
Thank you, Tebogo. Thank you. So what? Yeah. Dude, like that's the yo guys.
No, but Laila, let's go back to situations how as a grown ass man 60 above.
Oiling your grandchild.
20 years old.
Oiling your grandchild. Literally your grandchild.
That's why I told my comrade litlang kwatela like in front page I didn't front page Sunday World or City Press. MK. That chick took a video or a picture of him after they did the date, and then they leaked the video. It was born, it was bad. You don't have a hand, and you are butt naked, and you front page. But never they will destroy you.
Yes.
That's what I love them for. If you don't pay them, they go after you, chief. They go after you.
This is my point where I keep coming back. I'm giving up. I've given up on trying. I'm just gonna watch.
Imagine
I'm just gonna watch. But in the long run, where is this going? Because speed kills, guys. These kids are on a speed train.
But they're chasing time.
Why?
But what they don't realize is that they'll never catch up to time.
Nix at all.
They'll
Why?
be on time for a meeting, they'll be on time for a party,
But not.
they'll be on time for a funeral.
They are not enjoying the journey that is life.
But the minute they go 6 feet
they
under,
are not enjoying the journey that is life. You are aware?
to them they are.
No, they're not.
Mihlali,
They are jumping to the end.
ba batla Dubai. Bona khanyi bao. What kind of narrative are we
So
portraying?
basically, that's our future.
We stuck with it.
Our future is that it's all about money. It's all about selling your soul for
But they did
whatever money.
100,000.
And about the deposit, actually.
Go to no baby patala in polonyana ke. Ibile ba no yana ba sa ta dipolo ba setse ba shop ka bo di M3 Porsche
Did you again?
G-Wagon. X Mrs. X.
Mr. X and Miss X, you're very quiet today.
You guys are quiet.
Why are you guys so quiet today? Mr. X, how are you?
O jello to ke ba ba kae ngwana?
Mr. X, we're having a conundrum here. Tell us from your viewpoint. You are seeing all these young boys and these young girls. Do you think there's a hope for them in this non-existent industry of us, or should I just give up?
At the rate our country is going at, I don't think there's hope. Like unemployment is super high.
Yo, Nnyane last week. Yo.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
To the point that there's no going back.
So, yeah, and
Are you saying it's unrepairable?
It's
No.
like unfixable.
No, I refuse to believe you.
but
No.
who's making it worse?
No.
The system.
Yes.
Because there is nothing for you to actually uplift us from this oppression or depression.
That's
that
why
we're
I
in.
say I disagree with you, because there is something. It's just we the people need to stand up and fight back for the system. Because the problem, again, I love that you are saying you're laying the blame and everything, but we also need to take responsibility as well.
But who
as
are you
the
fighting?
citizens.
Who are you?
We
fighting?
are allowing all of this.
But who are you fighting? Because if you fight these people, they still gonna block
I'm
you.
talking about the system. He said
No, I'm
the
talking.
system.
I'm referring to the system.
Yes.
Is the people. Because at the end of the
Not
day,
really.
no, it is. Because who takes the decision behind it? It's
My
a
man,
person.
The people keep on voting for the same party.
we need to break that. That's what I mean.
Oh, that's gonna be a topic for Hoffman Square.
Yeah, we need to break that. That's what I mean. Mamel, I think we, the people, put the people in power.
Yeah.
And then what we do, we sit back and we watch instead of doing something. That's what I mean. We need to break that.
So do you think if the slave queens are on our way to toy and demand jobs, they'll get jobs?
No.
The slave queens don't want to be doing. The life is
They don't even wanna go to school.
No, the life is too good to
Yeah.
be doing. Why do you want to be doing if you're in AMG?
If you're getting your
Arms?
MG, you're getting
Every now
money.
and then.
Gona lona re monna re yo ka weekend la January thakala ka nne le bohloko. Mrs. A.
Palama parent, I got chance.
Thelele ntate Star. Ke
Ah!
rata ntate Star. You must listen to that guy. O tla o jwetsa nnete. Mrs. X,
Yes,
have you ever been offered money?
yes.
How much?
No, offered money for what?
I
You come in.
didn't have a price yet, but the conversation between me and this person involved
Money.
in exchange of
Sex.
short time based pleasures.
How much?
I love Mrs.
There,
X.
there
The way
was,
she.
there wasn't a price on it. I had to cut the conversation quick.
Oh,
Yeah. but
okay. Because when you are
the things we come across.
Apparently, that's the latest approach.
okay.
That is why I'm saying they buy them.
Yes, I
They
know.
don't-
They,
they don't-
buy their time. Yes.
They don't waste time in terms of. Gone are the days mo itlong hi Mrs. X. Eh,
No.
motle.
And Escalabala, they have money, so they have. It's not just one; it's multiple girls. They literally have a role. Like Bastata, I work on this girl, and then I will move on to this. Once a papa fella, they juggle.
So if they had to say to you, I've got 100,000 to solve all your problems,
Would you take it?
I mean, it has to be a good deal.
And
What would be a
would
good
you?
deal?
Yeah, would be a good deal. What would be a good deal for you? I have 100,000. What can I spend that 100,000 on you for?
We need to sit down,
Uh-huh.
have a conversation.
Can we have sex?
Can we have sex?
Yes.
I thought we are talking business here.
Hey, yeah, I'm exchanging. I think I'm giving you my 100,000, and we're exchanging goods. Now, in my 100,000 deal,
Guys.
I want to have sex with you every day, 3 times a day.
That is a trap.
Guys, the reality of things
Once I'm
is that-
into the sex with this person I'm in,
What do you mean?
sex is a very spiritual thing.
So sex ropes you in. Once you sleep with this person, it ropes you in. What are you saying? I'm
There's
confused.
also material changes in between.
When are you changing the conversation, Joanne?
No, she's not. She's heading actually into the right direction.
I'm saying I have 100,000. I want sex from you. Here's
Yeah.
100,000. What do you say? You're saying no
Yeah,
because
saying
sex
no.
involves something else.
It's
Yeah,
spiritual.
you capture me in another way.
Yeah.
I can't bite you in that moment.
Of which now you're gonna absorb certain
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
you don't want to absorb.
You have my soul. You know how to get to me at that point. You found my weakest spot.
So when sex gets involved, it's a spiritual trap.
It becomes a spiritual trap.
Lala,
Yeah.
remember back in the days when
It's not only about what you're giving me after.
it's like a
You
cult.
have me.
When you join a cult, you pledge to honor an oath. Some cults you have to blood for blood, sweat for sweat, tear for tear. Like she's saying, you're absorbing certain things that, hey, look at the Kokelin, by the way.
Emapili wena before scanal crew tsanza qedi.
Ke a moo.
Ga qedi. Tswela pele.
But I was interested in what
Yes,
you had to say.
tswela
Yeah.
pele culture.
So
I
this
mean
girl-
spiritual binding.
So this girl, ne, hey, Bafethu, this girl was involved with this other gentleman, older than her, secretly. People didn't know. So what happened is that I met this girl, who we happened to become friends, me and her. But every time when we meet, go nna le this thing ya gore ke tshwarwa ke this headache.
Wena.
Nna,
Oh, okay. When you're with her.
when I'm with her.
Oh, okay.
We weren't doing anything. There was no sex. There was nothing. Like we were just friends, me and her. But every time when we meet, when I let this thing, and I keep on saying to her, "Dog, I'm getting these visions. Haki bua le wena. Something is just hovering around you."
Mm.
And she's like, "No, I pray." And I'm like, "No, but there's something that is going on." Sharp. It went on for months, a couple of months back. Then one day we were chilling, and we were talking. Then it just hit me, like one of those blurry things that just happened. Like, when you're talking to a person and their face turns into a snake,
Hectic.
then you get that massive headache on the right side.
Mhm.
And I said to her, "I don't know what you're doing, but whoever is giving you money and you're sleeping with them, they've put on something on you that you are carrying. I don't know how to tell you, but these are things that I'm just seeing." Funny enough, you know, some of us, we are born with certain gifts that you never get to
Most of us
display.
have gifts and then
Yeah.
we run away from them.
So I saw the snake and I said to her, "I don't know what this man of yours is doing, but somehow, somewhere, you're gonna end up jiggy. Couple of months later, she
Wait,
started getting.
did you tell her
I told her.
this dream and then she didn't believe you? Oh,
She didn't believe me.
okay.
Couple of months later, guess what happened to her?
What happened to her?
What started looking like acne was actually the process, what she was going through. And then I said to her, "You need to go consult." You know, you guys, we can underestimate the spiritual world a lot.
Don't.
Do
Do
not
not.
do that.
Do not.
I told her, "Go find a prophet or go to Inyanga. Just go and consult."
Yeah.
She found an Nnyane and she went and consulted. And they told her straight to her face, "This man would come to you for luck. He sleeps with you
To take your
to
luck.
take your luck so that he can go make his money."
Money.
Basically, he's feeding this thing that he's been given.
So basically, it's true with most of the people that have money there. This is why. No.
Hey,
I'm
man,
not
I'm gonna
saying.
have money, Luena.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not saying all. Relax.
Hey,
Relax. There's
no.
a difference. No. We need to learn something. There's herd mentality where money in this world, when you have it, it's a bad thing.
True.
And that is wrong.
That is
We
true.
need to unlearn that. That is very
is
wrong.
true.
We have been taught that when you have money, you are bad, you're doing evil things, you're not deserving of it. We need to stop and change that narrative.
There's people who
There are
earn money
people who
that
have
could work.
money and they worked for it, and it's
Yeah.
honest, good money that they deserve.
And there's
We need
people
to-
who take shortcuts.
Exactly. And then we have other people that take shortcuts, and sadly, it's a majority of these men that take advantage of these young people. Sadly.
Now, the saddest part.
Because they use the money to do what? To feed what you just mentioned. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No,
Am I
you're
wrong?
right.
Because it's
You're
an
right.
ongoing thing. That's why with these men, what they do, ne, has it just one girl? They plan, like they target multiple girls. And then, once target planet, how if it's move on to the next one? Because he's already planning. Why? They have money, and what do they have to feed?
We know that. But what I'm saying to you is that what these girls don't realize is that they're carrying other people's soul.
Yes, they are.
You understand? From
That
situation.
to this.
And I mean, now I'm gonna be honest with you. But
Yes, it is. It's
No.
rife. It's everywhere.
It's there. You
It's
cannot
life.
run with it.
You can't.
Black magic is the most.
Yo.
You can't even play with that.
Voodoo. Why you saying America?
Generation,
Voodoo.
I know you call it voodoo.
Voodoo.
You see the voodoo? The voodoo is quite
No.
dangerous, Jen.
Voodoo is terrible, guys.
Because at the end of the day, people chant, people don't sleep.
Yes.
People chant to have money. People worship money.
Yep, they do.
And now, these young girls, they are pure souls.
Yo, and
They
they
are
are
being
taking
preyed
them.
on.
Oh, yes.
So now what I'm saying is that we
But tell
also
me
need to
something.
consider that, like she's saying, spiritually, you get entangled into this thing that you cannot get out of. Yes, there is simple sex. You understand? Where people can have simple sex without incurring certain things.
Like condomized.
Yeah, like condomized after more slapping, ngwanaka, slapping.
Like we intend it here.
About Jacob Zuma, what's
What's
wrong with washing your hands?
Yeah, wash.
There's nothing wrong. Huh? You go and you wash your hands.
So save condom and then after more ohlape
O hlape.
sweat into the side
Exactly. But now, what happens to the poor Mr. X who doesn't know jack about what's going on, and Mr. X happens to bump into Mrs. X, and Mrs. X comes at and then he gets to say I love you. He puts it in her, and then he takes the snake onto him. Now you see Mr. X ale bet laka all his life. Now he's going crazy. He's going into you must remember, like I said, it's a chain.
Ripple effect.
Ripple effect. When I was St. Michael's, it's
It's a ripple effect, I get you.
so basically, we getting into that is why earlier I was saying to you, it's funny how when the world is supposed to get better,
It gets worse.
it gets worse.
Yes. But they always say for it to get better, it needs to get worse first.
No, but I don't think you're gonna get better. my
I think
friend.
it is. I'm very faithful in it.
Nah,
I
not
am.
on a faith. Because
I
right
am.
now, we live in a world where material matters more than your life.
I get you.
Because at the end of the day, a person will rather die for a Porsche than actually die for their child.
Okay. But let me give you an example here. Do you know how I always shouted to you about your Instagram? And how I always tell
I
you,
should balance
I'm not
that
paid.
one.
Wait, I'm gonna give you an example. Why?
Full of
No, I'm
cars.
gonna give you an example of why I have faith. Ne? The world right now is submerged in negativity. We are swimming in it. We are rife in it. We are swimming in negativity because of everything that is happening. And the media and the people, hell, even us with this podcast, we are adding on to that negativity. At some point, we are getting exhausted of this negativity. You get what I mean? There's no way we're all going to wake up, all 9 billion of us, and we're going to go kill ourselves. That's not going to happen. We are going to wake up to this negativity, and we're going to say enough is enough.
When?
And when we change, we already are in the process, if you're not aware.
Me and you.
Yes. No, the whole world. It's not
Not
just
them.
No, them as well. That's how we got there.
They just signed a contract 100,000.
Can I finish my hopeful story?
Literally sold her soul, gone.
Can I please finish?
And there's another one today who's gonna sell her soul
Who's selling her soul? There are no-
because she wants to be the next Faith in Kets. I don't know. Bana Faith in Kets, divorcing one another because he's poor. Not poor. Sorry, he lost money. He's not poor.
You know why I keep saying this to you? It's because on this show, we are focusing on the negative stories. We never focus on the positive stories.
Oh, the positive
And we
stories is
have
that
a
they
lot
make money very quick
of
and they're
positive
faster than
stories.
us. They drive beautiful
you
cars.
see what he's doing? He's doing what the whole world does. We focus on the negative. We are so driven on the negative. We'd rather focus on the negative and exclude the positive.
Can I say something
and most
positive?
of us are going to wake up to that.
Can I say something positive that's
dear
gonna piss
God.
them off?
Oh my Lord, what?
Now I discovered something about the brand Gucci. There's Gucci that is designed for the poor and for the high class. Where now who's wearing Gucci everywhere and it's labeled Gucci with a G sign everywhere,
Dude,
you are classified as poor.
That's
by
a
the way.
label for every label has that.
No, I know, but that one is classified as poor. But the one where you never get to see the G, but it's there at the bottom, it's for the high rollers. No, I did share it on my Facebook. It's there. And it's true because that's the one that's been copied a lot. And that's why you see who? You're seeing all these fake hairs. Gucci, or Chanel.
So it's quite clear. He's stuck on the negative. I'm stuck on the positive. You gotta
That's good.
love this show for us. You gotta absolutely love this show for us. But tell me something. I find myself in a situation where you come across a young person that has figured out life. They've seen all the bullshit. They've seen all the system. They've seen everything, and they're like, bashab. And they decide, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this. What then? Because I feel like Ama2000 are there. They are literally.
It goes back to what
there.
X said.
Mr. X.
It goes back to it's the system, it's the situation that actually.
And most of them. No, my point to you
But
is that
they numb their soul.
yes, they are doing these things, these
I said it
horrible
better
things
today.
to numb the pain and numb their souls.
Ba bang ha bana sebete.
Ba bang ha ba foki, do you get what I mean? And that's another topic that we also need to counter.
But they're doing it because they're breadwinners and they can't get anything. I mean, like, okay, guys, if you're gonna sleep with a girl based on the fact that, if you wanna help somebody to achieve a certain goal, you can do it wholeheartedly without taking something away from them or owning them.
But most people don't do that.
But now, in most situations,
It's okay, what am I gonna get here? Yeah.
X, do you sleep with a girl for free?
It depends.
Yes, he does. He
But
was a
at the
DJ.
end-
He was a DJ.
But tell me something. After you pick up a girl from a club, is there a conversation between the two to say these are my expectations?
No.
Yeah, but it depends.
It depends on what. Wait, hold on. Have you slept
on the drunk level?
the drunk level? I love that.
Akila bana bana ba tawa ke champagne yamba fethu.
And wow, fast.
Fast.
And you don't pay for it. You see? You see? And you find literally most of them are depressed. They would rather go kill themselves. They have nothing else to do. They don't want to go home. They're in abusive relationships. They are mourning they are going through the most. And most of them literally do this to numb the pain. What do you say then?
Miss X,
Because the system has screwed us. That's quite obvious.
are these girls spontaneous or are they just living it rough?
I think they're having it rough.
How so?
Having it rough.
Oh,
Life
with
is
everything that I
catching
just
up with
mentioned.
them. Mhm.
Okay.
I second what you just said. They're having it rough. It's not easy out there, guys.
It's pressure society, ne?
Yeah,
But psychologically meaning they're weak.
Yes.
yeah.
God
They are
damn
weak.
it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna get better?
Yes.
With a weak mentality?
Yes. No matter what, no. No matter what you guys say to me, no matter how you come up with these, I will always focus on the ones that are not doing what the other negative ones are doing.
Zora went to clarify her vagina.
Good for her.
I saw it on Insta the other day.
No, she does everything with her
Apparently
body.
she
We see her
doesn't
palms.
want, she says she wants, when you shave your pubic, and I applaud her for this, when you shave you get dark marks, so she went to go and remove the dark marks because it's her way of generating an income. So
Yeah, her body is how she
body is
generates
how
her
she
income. She
generates her
uses
income.
it for her income. Yeah.
now these girls
They do that, yes.
They utilize
Their
their
bodies
body
to
to
get an
generate
income.
an income. Why Korean? Check. Let's check out their business model. I'm gonna break down their business model. Sharp. You look at Instagram. You idolize a certain person. How you wanna look? You start doing tutorial on YouTube,
The
makeup,
makeup, hair,
the
everything.
look,
Yeah.
and then you get introduced to this. The first thing that she wants to invest in is an iPhone. That's 28K. We put out 28K. Hello, now you don't have jack shit. 28K, you go buy an iPhone just only so that you can get selfie, so that you can get better pictures on Instagram. From there onwards, you need to attract certain men into your DM. Because it's not poaching, it's luring.
Yeah,
you
they
post a
lure the
certain
girls,
picture.
yes.
No.
Oh,
they lure the man.
sure.
They have a certain target, and then they channel their views towards that particular man. That captures their attention. And then once the guy gets into the DM, hey, I love these girls. Oh, they're
So
like
it's
fishermen.
both ways then. It's both ways then. The men also lure, attract, the girls do the
Hey.
same thing. So it's both
Because
ways.
even most guys, o tla fitlhela motho ha na nix o palama pholo ya 1999.
Makutla fa ngwana o 20
No.
o ikry-a kae?
They gone. Yeah, man. What happened? Kind of when I don't watch TV. I watch TV recent. Since we into TV business, I watch TV, dog. So there's this thing. There's this episode, The River. The River, man. You guys don't watch TV? Yes. This guy. He's pretending to be Mr. Sizwe.
Okay.
Ne? And he's actually a minor. He's one of those guys.
Oh, okay, sure.
Now he's saying, no, baby, I was watching it before I became sorry. I was late. I was watching that thing. So he's like, no, baby, I'm going to Monaco for a business meeting. I'm like, Monaco? Why not? Only he lied to this girl because this girl was the mine owner and all that. Now she's into jewelry and all that. Now he's living this life. He's pretending. I get what to fake it until you make it.
And you can't make it.
Now that you got caught out.
Duh.
Now he's begging, he's talking love. And that's the saddest thing. You come to Bloom. There are young boys that are trying to fake it to attract these girls, only to find out how they cannot deliver. Then these girls, they end up getting hurt.
Yep.
Because they believed stories of Mr. X.
And what do? They go into the same thing.
Baba ya kubo daddy.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Daddy abare mara baby nna ke married.
It's a cycle.
It doesn't matter. Half it's it doesn't matter. Daddy aba musia kampa.
Yep.
Then who's gonna carry that child?
Yep.
Daddy abare it's not my child. Ngwana X.
Yep. It's even next.
But did you know Bashapaka child abortion?
Yeah.
Now the abortion rate is too high.
Yep.
Maybe I should open up a clinic.
Let's go invest in the clinic, eh?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, no. It's good.
I mean, like the black market is making a truckload of care. And I don't know why the department is not curbing on this. There are so many clinics here in Bloom that are just under carpet that are dealing with abortions. And guys, they're very dangerous. You guys might die from that.
Yep.
Rather we are clinic about chicken man nessa out yo.
You know about these underground abortions? Yeah, those are dangerous.
Those are dangerous. Because apparently they give you a pill. It's this thick. I saw a picture of it the other day. You drink that pill, then they let you sit there, it does the thing, then the fetus comes out.
Yeah.
But now here's my question. Who's going to go and treat you after that?
They don't care after
So they
that.
don't go for treatment. What they're forgetting, then there's chances of getting cervical cancer.
Because all those things stay
commotions.
inside, yeah.
So these things, they don't calculate. Then the next thing, obambile ngwana ko tlapong, ha sang kha snook fish and usetsang kha nthweng.
Yeah, hey, and that's also another thing. Once you also start...
As kissing, sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone.
No, but
it's the truth.
No, but that's the truth. I've also come across it where a woman's smell literally changes from the amount of times that she's been screwed by these men. Like literally their scent and literally how you can smell it. I've literally experienced this multiple times. Yeah, and then it picks up
like a beautiful girl stands in front of you.
And then she smells.
That smell.
Like, you know the first time that happened to me, it happened to one of the girls I was grooming.
Shame, man.
That crushed me. I'm not going to lie. That crushed. I could smell, and and I was being nice, and it broke me. I remember it broke me. I'm not going to lie. Because wow, guys.
But funny enough is that these guys still sleep with them.
Yes, they do. So,
Vagina monologue, it's needed.
Yeah, no. Mrs. X, our topic will never end at this rate. We are going in.
No, we still have time. We can move.
We are going in and we'll never finish. Mrs. X, what do you say to a girl that does not, or a boy that has just given up on life? I mean, you find young men like Mr. X who get exposed to this life. They see everything and jiki, nothing. And the other thing that frustrates, that we also mentioned in the attempted episodes that we've had, is these young men, what you were saying, the ripple effect. They see all of this happening and then they try and make a life for themselves, but they keep getting blocked by
and
these.
They're angry.
And they're angry.
Oh.
What do you say to that young person? I know I'm in an awkward situation because you're in that situation, but I just want to take you out of your mindset, because this is the problem that we're having. Me and him, we come across a lot of people. We have conversations with a lot of people. We've experienced a lot of things, and we have seen a lot of things. Where that's one example with that girl. This girl was up and coming. Like I had plans for her. Do you get? She got trapped and she fell into this mode with these men, and she ended up like this. Now you are young. You haven't seen this. Here I am as an adult. I am telling you this. I am sharing my experience with you to show you the traumas that I've been through. But this is me telling you my experience. You don't know me. It's your first time seeing me. Chances are you're not even going to believe me, or chances are, we get a bit dirty. Do you get what I mean? That's mentality, a young person with an older person telling them this. Because you didn't experience any of the things that I'm telling you about. So, as a young person, can you tell an older person, should I just shut up, mind my own business, or should I still intervene and try and help you? Why? Because you don't want me to. How?
We need to, as the young youth that's coming, I feel like we should really trust the people that have experienced it before.
But they don't.
us.
As I said, I've
And
been
they-
going through this
they
for
don't.
15 years.
Can I ask you guys something?
Hold on, I wanted to answer this. I've been asking you this. I've been doing this for 15 years. This is my experience for 15 years. This is why I'm asking. Where do you think I'm going wrong? As an older person to a younger girl, where do you think I'm going wrong? Is it my fault or maybe it's their fault? That's what I'm trying to ask you here.
It's the distraction of the other person.
It's the
The
distraction,
values, the priorities, what they feel
what
is
they believe, what they
yeah,
feel. It has
yeah,
nothing to do with
it
me.
begins with the person. If you guys are on a mutual state,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can understand each other. The values will sync between you two, and
So is it okay? So it's also partially my fault. So I shouldn't give up.
no, don't give up. You
No,
will
but-
find people that will listen.
But I'm gonna
They've
come back
been
to
wanting to hear something like that to just break free from the cloud they're facing in
this.
their
Can I ask
lives.
you guys a question? All of you, Mr. X included. Would you drag a horse to go and drink water?
No.
The thing is
No.
tough.
Then why bother? Just wait for the horse to get thirsty. It's that simple. Because at the end of
Hopefully,
the
it won't
day,
be too late.
Hopefully it won't be too late. What happens? Yeah, when it's too late, what happens then?
When it's too late, it's gonna take longer to come out of this.
into a simple.
No, but what if Naksigitwile? Because this has happened to me multiple times, and I'm still watching them destroy themselves.
I have a solution, my friend. You wanna hear my solution? Let's take out life policies on them.
Will not claim my insurance.
No, but there's nothing you can do. If a person that you're trying to invest your time and energy is not gonna listen, do the simplest thing. Kopa ID number,
Later, life
phonela
insurance.
outsurance, kopa sponsorship, phonela outsurance, or life cover da, and make sure should it become late and it happens, you get to Home Affairs and you get to print the death, what, and you go to the family hand. At least you give the family something.
At least to invest in
Because at
something.
the end of the
contribute
day,
to
they
something.
die poor.
Yeah.
I've seen one of the girls who passed away. They struggled to put together a funeral.
If you know, yep.
These men that have been contributing to her downfall
Fall.
didn't even contribute a
Laila
cent.
Ranta. Because that's what they do.
Opati like social welfare.
Yeah, literally. They lower you in. It's a club. They lower you in. Once we want to they then let loose and then give access to all the other guys.
Ma wa tseba ke re ba tlo rapota.
Yes, I know.
I don't care.
I know. It's fine.
It's your death warrant at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
No. We're not, look, we're not.
Like last night, my death warrant when I decide to get into a car and drive car 200.
Exactly. Everybody
But
is
somebody
living.
spoke to me and said, Debs, it doesn't make sense until you get
Yeah.
And what did I do? I sat down and I analyzed it. As much as I love speed and I've got the thrill to it, but I need to behave. Because I've got kids, I've got a future, they have a future. I need to make sure that their future is bright. But it doesn't mean that nothing can ever happen to me.
Okay.
But all I'm just saying is that, yes, we know it's your body. Yes, we know it's your iPhone.
That's fine.
You understand? We know that responsibility. Because right now, what take 50,000 blow to? Okay.
And a babula.
Oh, hotel about
They do that.
Kapa
Seriously.
young ex.
I feel like the narrative the media gives us as the youth is the way we live. Because now the celebrities say the portray bophelo we can't reach. So we try to get there the easy way or the fastest way, and then we end up
Lost.
lost. because
I
they don't
wanna
give
I
us
wanna see
the steps
63.
or the process on making it. They just
They don't show you the truth.
Yeah,
They
they
show
don't
you the
show
fake
us
life.
the real steps on making it. They just show us when they've already made it.
Fake it until you make it.
But that's
But that's
impossible.
misleading. It's very
that's what they're
misleading.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when faith, clap, 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 clap. Faith. Everybody wants a sex tape. No
Kim
offense.
Kardashian.
She's a beautiful chick. You know, understand? I mean, like, I remember there used to be rumors that if you have to book Faith, you have to pay 30,000 for her to show an appearance. For Emba Faith, like, look as man.
But you would pay it as a promoter.
I've never done it.
No. I'm saying as a promoter, the people that book her, they would pay it.
For Em.
Le Zodwa. What are they paying Zodwa for?
It's
It's about the
But Zora
beauty.
is a strip.
Mamela.
And I respect, I respect Zora for.
I love Zodwa. Don't ever get
I
that
love
twisted.
her confidence, Shane, and
I love that
I love
woman.
for what she's advocating for. But now my fear is that, you know, sometimes flashing your pundus to everyone
No.
else.
It goes back to what Mr. X just said. They don't show you the hard work, the hardships of getting there. They show you the get-rich-quick scheme. Correct, Mr. X? And it's kind of like misleading.
Yes. Because
Funny.
now we don't know what's actually going on
Behind the work
behind
of
it.
getting
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
They just show us for we have made it, popping champagnes. Now all of us want to go and pop champagne, not knowing for real what did he do in order to get that champagne or to get the money to buy the champagne.
He fought to get into parliament so that he can go and get a younger person to marry
Yeah.
or to screw. Because the saddest reality is that you spoke about the system. Instead of the system opening up to younger people, it
Which it's
actually
supposed to
opens
do.
up to older
The people, yeah.
that are actually going back and taking advantage of
Of
these
the-
girls,
yep.
of these boys.
That's
And
another
girls.
problem. Another episode we need to.
Don't
actually
think
have.
it's only girls.
It's boys as well.
Boys,
It's-
they
yeah.
bend over, Joe.
Yes, it's boys as well. This is not
They
only
bend
girls.
over.
Yes, even
Bend
boys.
over for what? No.
There's
Never
boys
do-
that are
no,
bending over to make money.
Boys. Yeah, this guy.
They literally throwing
themselves to
at
get.
these men
It's not
and
just girls.
women.
Wow, okay.
And yes, thank you. Not just to the male politicians, to the females
Ba
as
go tla
well.
ba bona ngwanaka ba jwang jwang.
So it's
Ha ba
a
tsamaya ba tsamaya tje.
yeah.
No, but it happens for real that you find young boys that are actually trying to make it out there, or they're making it. They're actually sleeping with other men and
Yeah,
other women for
to
them
get there.
To get there. Ntate o tla mamella nkgono le wena ntse a re, "Jo, man, wa bona no go tla ntho tse." Anyway,
And I find that so disturbing.
disturbing.
Like I that's one thought I want to get out of my head. Imagine sleeping with
Yo.
someone and o anyonyega and you have to ulo mamella udule ukene mutho o mo kai kai ho wena wa
Tumilo,
sweta
tumilo,
ntho a e
tumilo,
kananyana e tlo
tumilo.
kena e tlo segemaka kana ko you just like oh my god why is this happening to me and kana ko you have to relax and say oh baby I'm enjoying this oh keep going kana ko you
There's-
don't want to be here
there's
but what do you do 2 million in the mind oh my god
that
guys the
girl-
shit we do to ourselves
there's that girl who said to me that one in the test episode I was telling you guys about a girl that actually had an orgy with six
six
guys.
guys yeah
So one of her stories, she happened to bump into one of these top
but
politicians.
high five to the ones that actually enjoy it. Shout out to you guys. The
Yeah.
ones that enjoy it and this is what you enjoy doing, I'm happy for you. But the others
I'm telling you. So apparently she was in Cape Town, and then happened to bump into one of the top rich people. So this guy was saying to her, "I would give you so much if you can just give me one night of passion." So she was thinking about the 50K that she's been offered. To say, okay, here's a 50K. This guy is saying he wants to have sexual activities, basically his fantasies. Boom, Arebona. The minute he took off his clothes, that guy was as small as a cheese curl. One. Erected. Small as a cheese curl. Like,
I was skorile ha tlo sebetsa haholo mos. That's a free 50K mos.
I had to pretend like I was on top of a Niger. I had so one tuber because she's showing me all the facial expression. As I was going on top and saying, "Oh, daddy,"
And you can't even feel
ke mo
anything.
shebile ka leihlo le i-one. "Oh, daddy." Daddy keeps on going, "Oh." Hardly 5 minutes later, the guy came and he passed out. And then last week, I got a call. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell the story.
Easy job. You go, girl. Easy job.
The Tinder sugar daddies. The ones that goes on Tinder and prey on these girls. So, Bone, there's this one from Josie. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell the story, but I'm going to tell it. But you won't know who I'm talking about anyway. He's in Joburg, that person. So this person, he's got dildos.
Lined up.
So he would say, Mrs. X, come to my room. I'll give you 20K. When I get to the room, and it's like, Lena is a cheesecake, apparently. But he's a big shot. Like, his bank account, it's way bigger than the cheesecake.
What are the chances that the majority of these men that buy these women, they are like this? There is a higher probability.
There's a higher,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Ego face.
No, there's a high probability. There really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
some of these girls get away with it. It's a fast make it fit.
But let me tell you something. Guys with small peanuts, they love sex more than
Yes, I know.
well-gifted
Yes.
guys. So,
Mark, the girl's not working, so sharp.
yeah. So this guy walks into the room and he finds dildos from the smallest bullet.
To the biggest.
Remember the one? Remember dildo la hawe? The Jumantic one. Now imagine the one twice the size of it. So this guy is saying, you're gonna do me from behind, from smallest to biggest. So this girl had to go zzz, up until she went and apparently this guy kept on coming and he was enjoying. And so as the guy was about to orgasm, family orientated, he didn't.
I think we've already lost that plot, but it's fine.
He went. Psst, psst, psst. Then after, what did you do? I called my side nigga to come through. Sorry about the word nigga. To come through and help me afterwards. So
Was he passed out?
He was passed out.
Yeah.
So most of them, there are those ones that are just saying, okay, I'll pay you this amount of money to live out my fantasies. But I despise those ones that are actually blocking these girls from achieving. There are those guys that there's one friend of mine that I know who said to me, now if I was in that situation, I would actually, whereby he has to date a younger girl, he would actually invest into that girl. Instead of giving her money constantly, he will actually channel her
to get better
to
herself.
get to bettering herself.
Yes.
And
But how many of them do that? That's the other
one
problem.
of the girls that we know, she's in that situation whereby she's been seeing this guy for a very long time. She called me the other day. She was in another country. She was happy as hell. But she was saying to me, this guy is investing in me.
That's good.
And I was like,
That's
I applaud
good.
that
I
situation.
applaud those ones, yes.
At least in Yana Habatwani,
There's
these
growth
companies.
and hashu and a career
Lona-
I somewhere.
Wabana bomowe, domperenyo, ling. I'm coming after you guys. You must invest in these girls because they're selling your champagnes. So at least Yana, he's investing into her. He's channeling her to say, go into business. Let's see how we grow your business. Let me network you.
Yeah, let me
and
help
get-
you.
let
Let
me
me
help
open doors
you.
for you instead of closing them for you.
Compared to, I'm owning you, you are
Yeah,
all mine, you're
yeah,
not
and
allowed
I'm
to.
gonna-
And of
yeah.
which that's what's happening.
That's literally what's happening.
Men are greedy.
As fuck.
The minute you find out who the minute you find out who Mrs. X is single, you say, no, she's mine. You're not allowed to date anyone. Wena. Then what? That's a sign of greed.
Yep.
And then I get you a flat.
Yep.
After I get you a flat, now I own you.
Now they own you, yes.
Now I've
That's
got
the-
keys to your place.
Yes. They have access to
I
it.
can walk in anytime I want.
Yeah.
What's going to happen the day you decide to say, okay, I'm in Joburg and Otwere X, and then I don't tell you, then I just rock up. Exactly.
And it's happened before. We've seen it live.
I saw a
We've
girl
been
who
called
reposes
Retlo
your koloi.
Yo, guys.
She's like, no, please, not my car. I'm like, girl, he's taking the
He's
car.
taking every, like, go, guys, we've seen, guys.
I let you with yam.
Yo,
I want my weave.
weave.
Yesterday on Twitter, there's a guy who took a TLB and went and demolished that house that he built for this girl's mother. And he's like, you know what? This is my money. I'm taking it down.
Men are unpredictable. And they are very selfish.
I won't
They are
do
very
that.
Possessive.
I think.
And once they have you in their grasp, they own you. Literally. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mataka. They
No,
own
you're
you.
right.
And once they own you, they do whatever the hell they want because you gave them permission to own you. The end.
But lelona banana ba batla man. These girls are too nice. Like they like Oh, the Instagram effect. Kapayang X.
Shaba,
Yo.
Instagram is the
Instagram.
death trap. Hey, Mr. X.
No, it is, Lala. Like, on a serious note, it's a death trap and a half. Because I feel sorry for these older men that are into Instagram, that cannot control themselves. Especially if you get a reaction, obo post a hi inbox, Mrs. X aba respond a hi sugar. How she responded.
But you know what I love about these girls, ne? Libone, especially the ones that know their power. Libone, they know their power. They literally wrap them around their fingers as well.
But imagine this.
That's
girl.
why it's both ways.
Imagine
the guys come with the money, the girls come in with the...
PDD comes into your inbox, hey, they go nuts.
No, that's true. That's why it's both ways. Because little girls...
Imagine if Cyril had an Instagram account
Doesn't
and he
it?
happened to inbox somebody.
That would be wild.
Abagofuni bafar. I am ready. No offense, guys, it's the president. But imagine.
Yo, guys.
You spoke about that lady who finds
The
Cyril's
nose.
nose. Ella sexy. Imagine if she got an inbox from Cyril and
Yo, she would die.
come through to
Yo,
Pretoria.
she would die.
She
She
would
wouldn't
go
even
flying.
be able to get there. She would
How
die.
many girls out there are craving to have black coffee in their inboxes?
No, there's a lot.
You know?
No, just look. Jay-Z, the list is endless.
Bamba Taba Jub Jub. Jub Jub and they became a threat to everyone. But X, Mrs. X, tell me something. How's your inbox?
My inbox is dry.
Why? You're not posting half naked stuff.
No.
How do you make your inbox
She's an
wild?
artist.
Are you saying you get stripped, you get naked on Instagram? Is that
Yeah,
how
you do.
Oh.
I've actually studied these young girls.
Mm-hmm.
Some they would start handle with
Come
like
along. Yes.
nice, neat.
All right. And then they would evolve.
Then you check out the numbers. The numbers they struggle to go. The break a couple 15,000. Others are lucky the break got 20,000 followers. But the minute she goes nude, ha,
Skyrockets.
then lingerie, 100,000. Now she's an influencer.
Okay.
I mean, like, then gone are the days like Bobo Nang who have 3 million that they got followed fella natural
Because she's Bona.
because she's Bonang.
Yeah.
But now we're always looking for that thing that attracts you. I mean, like, as the saddest thing about us men, we always zoom. We are the kings of zooming. in.
Yes, you are. You take shame. You taught me that. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
zoom in,
shame.
Yo, I shame. No, la zoom shame.
Okay, X, hey, ki you. Obo, shame. I can say it.
Yeah. Anywho.
There's this guy that I know. He wear glasses. But I'm abapumula di glasses.
Just to make sure.
Abak.
Zoom in.
But you guys are torturing the living. These young girls are torturing the living daylights out of these men.
That's why I'm saying there are some girls that know what the hell they're doing. They are clever.
Take Michal. Look at Michal. Ne? And then you look at this guy's wife. Wapaka onoroko. Now you cannot have a wife who looks like Mother Teresa in the house.
It's time to wrap up the
Yeah. Who looks like Mother Teresa in the house, Benzo. And then, Benzo. She's wearing your onoroko. I'm not wearing underwear. Huh? Messes up your emotions. Even pastors, they go nuts. In church.
You gotta love the world we live in. We live in a consumer
The
society.
holier the what?
The freakier.
Ha ha!
That's why you gotta love the world we live in. Let me tell you something, why our topics will never finish and wrap up. Because we are all trying to fill an empty hole that we will never fill. That's why
holes.
yes, or holes. That's why life is a journey.
I
But
only
we are
3 holes.
also in a rush to get to the end instead of enjoying the journey. That is the problem with life. We are content. Here's a man
I
who has
wanted to ask you something.
here's a man who has a wife, has kids, is happy, according to whatever, right? But they still go out and they still do other things. You get what I mean? It's all about contentment. If you are not content with certain things, you will always go out looking for things that you should not be looking for. That's why a lot of things happen to you. So life is lifing.
Life is life, my friend.
Life is lifing. And sometimes there's no good, there's no bad. There's just survive, balance, and survive.
I want you to watch that. Life
The
is
bunnies.
like that.
Yes. A
Watch.
bunny is having sex.
What happened?
The bunny, it died, it had an orgasm and fell over.
That's what men enjoy.
Yes.
So basically, at the end of the day, guys,
It's all about that. It's about feeding your emptiness. It's about feeding your lack of contentment. It's about feeding.
Put it like white people would put it.
Yeah?
Put it like white people, the way they would put it.
How
It's
would
like
they put
feeding a monster.
It's continuously feeding your monster. The monster that is not content with all the bad things you do. And what do? You keep feeding it hakananyana and more and more and more and more. It ends up being a big hole. That's why society is so messed up nowadays. Because we're all trying to feel something that we shouldn't be feeling. We are enough. You are enough. Teach yourself that. Teach yourself when you wake up in the morning, I am enough. I am worthy. I am worth something. Instead of going to go find outside validation outside. Amen. Hallelujah. Can we wrap up the episode live from the Premier Hotel in Bloemfontein? Thank you.
Tseho, continue dancing, Wanagona.
Yes.
I don't know what's
I'm
going to
very proud of that
happen.
girl.
Keep up the momentum.
Yeah.
Make sure you stay away from all these vouchers.
Please shine, my girl. Please keep shining.
Don't
Yo.
be. They're gonna try and tempt you with money.
If they haven't already, they have probably.
Trust you me, your fortune will come.
Yeah. Keep at it.
And to
I'm
all the
so
other
proud of you,
girls
girl.
that are actually
And
thriving.
shout out to
and
the lady we were supposed to talk about that you're supposed to call. There was a lady here on our age group who
Oh.
also went through the same thing where she was accused
Yeah.
of sleeping with men to advance her career and everything. She literally had to move and go elsewhere and do
And you know
better.
what?
And she's doing so well. So I'm very proud of her.
We're gonna have a one-on-one with her because
Definitely.
she did say she wants to talk
Definitely.
about that whole
what she
chapter
went
of her
through.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're gonna have
shout out. And shout out to all the Ama2000 that are not succumbing to the speed. To the alcohol, to the money, and are actually
To the
like
drugs.
to the drugs. You get
To
they're
these
actually
goodies.
working and actually see themselves as future presidents, as future CEOs, as future businessmen, as future world leaders, as future changers of this world. So shout out to them as well.
If he drives a big black car, stay away. Run
away.
as far as possible.
That's a wrap of episode 2.
If he drives a little golfinyana, I know he's a potential boyfriend. So without wasting any time,
Thank you
very
to
much.
our crew
To our crew.
that we never give shout outs to. They know themselves. Our crew that we love that keeps growing. Thank you. We love you.
Very soon we'll be shooting another episode.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. And I don't know how we're going to do the outro, but when I'm
We're done.
you must always be here.
Yeah.
Kapa tswa kereke.
Yeah.
Or the holier the freaky. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's an effect, Danny boy. 3,
2,
2,
1.
1, and we out.
Yeah.